Hey guys, welcome to Health Heart. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. In this video, I will be discussing 7 effective ways to increase your vitamin D levels. Vitamin D is an essential nutrient that your body needs for many vital processes, including building and maintaining strong bones. Low vitamin D intake is considered a major public health concern across the globe. In fact, vitamin D deficiency is estimated to affect 13% of the world's population. Here are 7 effective ways to increase your vitamin D levels. What is vitamin D? Vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin that primarily aids calcium absorption, promoting the growth and mineralization of your bones. It's also involved in various functions of your immune, digestive, circulatory, and nervous systems. Emerging research suggests that vitamin D may help prevent a variety of illnesses, such as depression, diabetes, cancer, and heart disease. However, vitamin D's relationship to these conditions is still poorly understood. 1. Spend time in sunlight. Vitamin D is often referred to as the sunshine vitamin because the sun is one of the best sources of this nutrient. Your skin hosts a type of cholesterol that functions as a precursor to vitamin D. When this compound is exposed to UVB radiation from the sun, it becomes vitamin D. In fact, sun-derived vitamin D may circulate for twice as long as vitamin D from food or supplements. However, the amount of vitamin D your body can make depends on several variables. Skin tone and age. People with darker skin need to spend more time in the sun to produce vitamin D than those with lighter skin. That's because darker skin has more melanin, a compound that can inhibit vitamin D production. Age can have an impact as well. As you get older, vitamin D production in your skin becomes less efficient. Geographical location and season. The closer you live to the equator, the more vitamin D you'll be able to produce year-round because of your physical proximity to the sun's rays. Conversely, your opportunities for adequate sun exposure decreases proportionally the farther away from the equator you live. 2. Consume fatty fish and seafood. Fatty fish and seafood are among the richest natural food sources of vitamin D. In fact, a 3.5-ounce, 100-gram serving of canned salmon can provide up to 386 IU of vitamin D, about 50% of the RDI. The exact vitamin D content of seafood may vary depending on the type and species in question. For example, some research suggests that farmed salmon may contain only 25% of the amount of wild-caught salmon. Other kinds of fish and seafood rich in vitamin D include tuna, mackerel, oysters, shrimp, sardines, and anchovies. Many of these foods are also rich in heart-healthy omega-3 fatty acids. 3. Eat more mushrooms. Mushrooms are the only vegetarian source of vitamin D. Like humans, mushrooms can make their own vitamin D upon exposure to UV light. Humans produce a form of vitamin D known as D3 or cholecalciferol, whereas mushrooms produce D2 or ergocalciferol. Both forms of this vitamin can raise circulating vitamin D levels, though research suggests that D3 may raise levels more effectively and efficiently than D2. While vitamin D content depends on the type of mushroom, certain varieties, such as wild maytake mushrooms, provide as much as 2,348 IU per 3.5-ounce, 100-gram serving. That's almost 300% of the RDI. Due to their exposure to sunlight, wild mushrooms usually have more vitamin D than commercially grown types. However, you can also purchase mushrooms treated with UV light. However, you should always take care to meticulously identify wild mushrooms or purchase them from a trusted supplier, such as a grocery store or farmer's market, to avoid exposure to poisonous varieties. 4. Include egg yolks in your diet. Egg yolks are another source of vitamin D that you can easily add to your routine. Like many other natural food sources, yolks have variable vitamin D content. Conventionally raised chickens that don't have access to the outdoors typically only produce eggs harboring 2 to 5% of the RDI. However, some research indicates that eggs from pasture-raised or free-range chickens offer up to 4 times more, or up to 20% of the RDI, depending on how much time the fowls spend outside. Chicken feed can also affect the vitamin D content of eggs. Those fed vitamin D-enriched grain may produce yolks that boast well over 100% of the RDI. 5. Eat fortified foods. Because few foods naturally contain high levels of vitamin D, this nutrient is often added to staple goods in a process known as fortification. Still, you should keep in mind that the availability of vitamin B fortified foods varies by country, and the amount added to foods may differ by brand and type. Some commonly fortified goods include cow's milk, plant-based milk alternatives like soy, almond, and hemp milk, orange juice, ready-to-eat cereals, certain types of yogurt, and tofu. If you're unsure whether a particular food has been fortified with vitamin D, check its ingredients list. 6. Take a supplement. For many people, taking a vitamin D supplement may be the best way to ensure adequate intake. Vitamin D exists in two main biological forms, D2 ergocalciferol and T3 cholecalciferol. Typically, D2 comes from plants and D3 from animals. Research suggests that D3 may be significantly more effective at raising and maintaining overall vitamin D levels than D2, so look for a supplement with this form. Additionally, it's important to purchase high-quality supplements that have been independently tested. Some countries, such as the United States, don't regulate nutritional supplements, which can negatively impact supplement quality. It's best to choose supplements tested for purity and quality by a third party, such as the U.S. Pharmacopoeia, USP, Informed Choice, ConsumerLab.com, or the Banned Substances Control Group, BSTG. Dosage. Vitamin D supplements vary in dosage. That said, the amount you need depends on your current vitamin D levels. For most people, 1,000 to 4,000 IU is considered a safe daily dose for maintaining healthy levels. However, you may need a much larger dose in certain circumstances, and especially if your current levels are very low or you have limited exposure to sunshine. For this reason, it's ideal to have your vitamin D levels tested by your medical professional to ensure you're taking the most appropriate dose. Vegan supplement options. The majority of vitamin D supplements are derived from animal sources and thus inappropriate for vegans. However, a few vegan D supplement options exist. Because vitamin D2 is plant-derived, D2 supplements are typically vegan-friendly and widely available. Vegan D3 is significantly less common than D2, but can be made from lichens. You're most likely to find them in specialty health stores or online. 7. Try a UV lamp. Lamps that emit UVB radiation may also boost your vitamin D levels, though these lamps can be costly. When your skin is exposed to UVB radiation from the sun, it's able to produce its own vitamin D UV lamps, mimic the action of the sun, and can be especially helpful if your sun exposure is limited due to geography or time indoors. UV radiation has been used therapeutically for various skin conditions for decades, but only recently has it been marketed as a way to improve vitamin D levels. Safety is an important concern with these devices, as too much exposure could burn your skin. You're typically recommended to limit your exposure to no more than 15 minutes at a time. The bottom line: vitamin D is an essential nutrient that many people around the world don't get enough of. That said, you can boost your vitamin D levels by getting more sun exposure, eating foods rich in vitamin D, and or taking supplements. If you suspect you're low in this essential nutrient, consult with a health professional to get your levels checked. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.